most wonderful time of the year. The Goodreads Awards. I'm actually so happy. I just came back from work and I went to Goodreads, as I do, and I saw this and I immediately started filming because I'm gonna film this. Okay, I'm gonna click it. Oh, before I didn't see anything. Okay, I also want to show you my little graphic. I'm a little bit type A. I made this Google Doc in November. 2024 releases I predict will be in the Goodreads Awards. Like, this is how much I look forward to the Goodreads Awards. I just feel like it's so fun that we get to vote on something. I love voting in things, especially bookish things. So I made this, and just like things I predict will be in there, and then what genre or what category it's going to be in, and then stuff in black is stuff I read, and then red is stuff I haven't read. And I also organized it, like the stuff on top definitely going to be nominated. Probably all of, I'd say up to here is probably going to be nominated. Same thing, I do that for every month. Like, that's definitely nominated. I feel like the cutoff would be maybe here. Everything from here, I think, is definitely going to be nominated, but I do this for every month. And then at the bottom, I have books that I read that I think will be nominated. Again, the ones at the top I think are definitely going to be in. Ones at the bottom probably won't be in, but maybe. So this is my little visual, just because I like to keep track of like how many books am I reading in each category potentially throughout the year. I don't know why I do this. I just get so excited, and I like to make sure I'm not default voting in anything. Like for fiction, I definitely need to read more fiction because I don't want to default vote for the one book I read. I just feel like that's kind of boring. So I do this. Romances, yeah, okay, I'm all set for romance. Okay, but let's go see what we're dealing with here. Okay, first, fiction. I'm trying not to look. Okay, I can see the first three, but should we predict what's going to be in here? What did I say for literary fiction? Okay, this is the only one I've read, but I do have other predictions, like Intermezzo by Sally Rooney is definitely going to get nominated. The Matt Haig book, I would assume, would be nominated, just because the Midnight Library blew up. Who else? Oh, Ellen Hildebrand, definitely going to be nominated. Who else? I feel like I'm missing another big one. Oh, Leanne Moriarty. I feel like those are the 4 big names. I feel like they're definitely going to make the top 20, probably the top 10 as well. But let's see what we're working with. Oh, actually, I own this. I did not think... I literally looked this book up at the release date because I was like, will it get nominated? But then I thought it wouldn't because I didn't think it reached the cutoff date. But okay, here it is. I guess I'll read that now since I own it, and then I won't have to default vote, which, yeah, I'm just not voting for this. I thought it was boring. As you can see, I gave it 1 star. So yeah, I won't be reading that. Oh, the voting people, I totally forgot about that. But let's go in order. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, Greta and Valdine, I have heard a little bit about that. Haven't seen this around much. Sandwich, I've seen like one person talk about that. This one, I saw at the library, but never heard anyone actually talk about it. One of my friends gave this 6 stars and said it was her favorite book ever, so I definitely want to read this. That is on my TBR. This one I've seen, don't know anything about it. I thought this was historical fiction. Okay. Yep, there's Leanne. This one I've seen around. This one I've seen around. Seen that a little bit. Yep, Swan Song. This I just checked out at the library. Yesterday I picked this up, and I'm going to start reading it tonight. So, okay, I'm going to read this, and if it's good, I'm going to vote for it, because I have nothing to vote for here. Intermezzo, Blues. Oh, I totally forgot about this too. I do want to read this as well. It sounds really good, and I like books with like complex sisterly dynamics. I just think it's fun because I have sisters. I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of this. Only 4,000 ratings. I'm surprised it even got in here, but I feel like it's nice to, let these underground people get in here. Probably won't make top 10 though, but at least, he's getting some spotlight. Murder, I have seen around. Yeah. I have no idea what this is. Interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna vote for anything here. Hopefully in the other categories I can actually vote with you guys, because I did not like this. I thought it was so boring. I'm sorry. It will work for some people. It's not like a bad book. It just was so boring to me. Okay? Not trying to yak on anyone's yum. Is that the phrase? I don't know. This one sounds good though, and hopefully I'll actually be able to vote for it if I enjoy it. Okay. Historical fiction. What have I read here? Okay. The Women, that will most definitely win. A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, I think, will get nominated. And The Phoenix Crown, I'm not sure if it'll get nominated because I looked at how many people have read it. It was not as much as I expected. So this one might be a long shot, but let's see. Oh, wait, should I do what else I think is going to make it? Actually, I have no idea. I don't know why I said that because I don't even keep up with historical fiction. Oh, my internet's not working. Oh, that's fun. Right when I need it to work. I was so excited to go through the nominees, and now I can't even do that. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video until the internet comes back on. It was a long shot is actually the first nominee. And then we have the women, of course. This one I have not heard about. I read a book by this author though. There Are Rivers in the Sky. This is my cousin's favorite author in the whole wide world. So I think I know what she's gonna be voting for. And then The Lion Women of Tehran. Behind Every Good Man? I don't know what this is either. I don't keep up with historical fiction. I don't know what half of these are. I've heard of The Briar Club. I have this. This one I think I've seen, but I have no idea what it's about. It looks like a Western. Interesting. This one I saw at the library, but I didn't get it because it just looked kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. This one I have no idea what that is. I've seen this. Don't know what that is. Don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. This one I've seen a lot. This one I've seen a lot. This I've seen a couple times. This I've seen. I don't know what this is. This. Okay, I probably should have predicted this would have been nominated. Because she's won a lot, I feel like. Okay, but what am I voting for? Probably the women. Yeah, I did like this better. I feel like it was really well researched. And this one was well researched too, but I was just kind of disappointed because I read it because of the San Francisco earthquake. Like, it's the first part of the blurb. It says something about the San Francisco earthquake, and I don't know why, but I just thought that was such an interesting topic, and I've never read about it before. So I went into this expecting to read about the San Francisco earthquake, and it took up like 5 pages. So I just feel like the marketing was very misleading for this, and I was kind of pissed. So I'm gonna vote for the women. Yeah. Oh, but A Love Song for Ricky Wilde wasn't nominated. I'm not losing hope for it though, because I feel like it could also get nominated in romance. We shall see. Next category, mystery thriller. Okay, what do we have here? The Teacher, that's gonna be here. First Light Wins, I hope is here. I feel like it definitely will be. I also really liked it. Out of all these books, that's probably my favorite, and it will be my vote. The Mystery Guest was good. The Heiress, I didn't like until the last 25%. Middle of the Night, so we're just winning. This might get nominated. This probably won't, but I just put it on here because maybe it will. I'm not sure. But let's see. And then, okay, what else? The other Freedom McFadden books will probably also get nominated. The Housemaid one and The Boyfriend. That one's a newer release, but I feel like a lot of people have read it, so it'll probably still get enough ratings and on enough want to read lists to still get nominated. What else is super big? Did Alice Feeney release anything this year? I feel like she's a big one. I'm totally blanking. I do actually try to keep up with mystery thrillers, and I know as soon as I go on here and I see them, I'm gonna be like, oh duh. But for whatever reason, I'm blanking right now. Oh duh. Yeah, okay. I could have seen this coming. What is this? Not What She Seems. I have never seen this. Yeah, I've seen this a lot. First Light Wins, yeah, you're gonna be my vote probably. Society Plus, I've seen this. This one, like I said, I was really bored for the first 75%, and then the last 25% saved it, and I love twists, but for the most part, I was bored, so this will not be my vote. This one I've seen. Listen for the Lie, I really want to read. It's on my TBR. Mystery Guest, it was good for what it was, but it's just a little slow. The God of the Woods, I do own, and I'm going to be reading it within the next 2 weeks. The Boyfriend, yep, there it is. House of Glass. I've seen this, I just didn't think it would get nominated. The Last One at the Wedding. He won a Goodreads award, but I don't think he's going to be taking it this time. This I've seen. Oops. Lucy Foley. Oh, I've seen this. Okay, I've seen most of these books actually, except this one. No idea what that is. Okay, Middle of the Night, I feel like was so boring and predictable. I'm sorry. I am a Riley Sager fan, but this one of his worst books, in my opinion. The Teacher, I also, I just did not like it. Okay, yeah, I think we knew. We knew what I was gonna go for. Something about books about con artists. I don't know why they are so fun to me. I ate this up start to finish. I was enthralled. I loved it, and I also liked that there was a little bit of romance, which was my favorite genre. And then when you mix thriller and romance together, I love it so much. I love it. That was a great book. Okay, onto romance. Okay, this is probably gonna be what I've read the most of. Funny story. Will do you think it'll win again? Do you think Emily Hunter's gonna take it again? I feel like she might, but anything could happen. Just for the summer, that's gonna make top 10 for sure. Not in Love. I think it'll get nominated, but I don't know if it'll get top 10. I feel like I've seen mostly negative things about it. Okay. King of Sloth, The Summer Will Be Different, The Paradise Problem, Daydream, Wild Love, Love and Lark, Play Along, Read the Rule Book, Swift and Saddled. Okay. Let's see. And we can add oh my gosh, what was the book called? A Love Song for Ricky Wild. I think that is going to be nominated as well. And the rom-comers, I'm reading that right now. That'll probably be nominated. What am I missing? I don't know. Let's just go. I'm totally blanking. Oh, interesting. Bride. I would have thought that'd be in romantasy. There is a romantasy genre, isn't there? Yeah. So why is that here? It's about vampires and werewolves. It's not just like normal romance, but okay. I digress. I don't think it should be in this category, but okay, it's here. Nothing I can do about it. Oh wait, is there a graphic novel section? Because I remember people were pissed about that last year. No, there isn't. And is there middle grade? No. Oh my gosh. I would thought they'd bring those two categories back after all the hate they got last year for like eliminating those categories. And like, yeah, I understand why people are pissed because how are you gonna remove those two categories? Okay, they're still not here. Okay, moving on back to romance. Daydream. I was extremely bored by this and underwhelmed. It was a struggle to not DNF. The only reason I didn't DNF is because my sister bought it for me. Otherwise, it would have been a DNF. I was bored out of my mind. This I didn't read, and I don't intend to. Just for the Summer by Abby Muniz was really, really good. I think I gave this 5 stars actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did. It was cute. I liked it. I really liked it. Wild Love. That one was good. Not incredible though. Their Paradise Problem, I gave 1 star. I hated it. I'm sorry. Leather and Lark, I feel like it was a fun time for what it was. King of Sloth was, like the title suggests, it was extremely slow and sloth-like. I actually love Anna Huang's books, but this one, probably my least favorite, honestly, of the ones I've read from her. Play Along! Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. Why does it not showing up? I read this and I gave it 5 stars, but I love this book so much. Liz Tomford, her Windy City series, eats. I love Isaiah. I love Kennedy. I love the romance, the first Grumpy Sunshine, the tension, the the banter. This book, okay, it's my vote. It's probably gonna be my vote. Yeah, I love that book so much. Just looking at it right now is making me giddy. I love that book, and it like made me like baseball. I've never had a thing for baseball, man. All of a sudden, I read about this shortstop, and I'm obsessed with baseball. Oh, How to End a Love Story. I just bought this at the library. They were selling it for $1, and I took it because the cover was cute and it sounded good. I haven't read it yet though, because I just got it, but I will read it very soon. This could be us. I'm waiting. I'm on the hold list right now for this at the library. Not in Love. I did read. Thought it was kind of mid. Not gonna lie. The Love of My Afterlife. I have not read, and I don't know why. It's not calling to me. I probably won't read it. This Summer Will Be Different. I did read, and I did like it, but not for the romance. I actually liked the literary fiction elements of it, more like the friendship aspect. I loved it. I feel like it was so well done. The romance, kind of mid. So I feel like I can't vote for it in the romance genre, even though I did really like it because I liked it despite the romance. Like I didn't hate the romance, but it was just kind of there, and everything else was like what made me like it. So the rom-comers, I hate this cover so much. It is one of the ugliest covers I've ever seen in my entire life. Like the colors, it's so jarring. They orange and that shade of pink and that red, they do not belong together. Who allowed this to go through? That looks so ugly, and it made me not want to read the book. I'm reading it right now, but I'm reading a different edition because this cover is hideous, and I would never let this sit on my shelf. I'm sorry, it's hideous. Lies and Weddings. I thought this would be in literary fiction, because from what I've heard, it's more fictiony than romance. But okay, Swift and Saddled. I'm actually kind of surprised that's here. I thought that would have been a long shot one, but here it is. And this was a good time. Wasn't the greatest time. It was good. It was good. I gave it 4 stars. The first half I was kind of underwhelmed by, but then the second half, for whatever reason, everything changed and I started to really like it. A Love Song for Ricky Wilde was really good. Really good. I loved it. I haven't read The Pairing, and I did read Funny Story, and I liked it. And I hate to say this. I hate to say this because I am an Emily Henry superfan. Okay, sue me. I love her books. This was my least favorite of hers. It's not bad. None of her books will ever be bad. But this was my least favorite of hers. Unfortunately. Yeah, I think we're voting for Play Along. What are the other? Okay, Just for the Summer. That's also a strong contender, but I feel like I wasn't instantly in it. It took me a second to get into it and to grow on the characters and the moments. Like, at first I was a little bored, I'm not gonna lie. But then once I got into it, I ate it up. Whereas Play Along, I was instantly in it. The first scene, I was in. And it never let me go. A Love Song for Ricky Wilde's also really good, but it is insta-lovey. That's the one thing. And I feel like I have no critiques about Play Along, so yeah, you're my vote, babe. I love Isaiah Rhodes with my heart and soul. And I think I voted for Liz Tom for last year as well, with The Right Move. She stays winning. Oh, okay, yeah, here's the ones I read. Okay, wait, I kind of want to count how many I read. I did pretty good here this year. 4, 5, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, one of them is currently reading, but okay. Wait, I kind of ate, and I'm planning on reading This Could Be Us and How to End a Love Story. Oh, I actually did really, really good here. Okay, go me. Romancy. Let's see. Okay, I said Bride, and that's ended up being in romance. And then Quicksilver, this will definitely get nominated. Phantasma. A Fate Ink and Blood. I think all these are going to be on here. And then what else do we have? Zodiac Academy, Sarah J. Maas. Or is it Mass? I always say that wrong. What's that super long book with the moon? The Moon Hatch book? What is that called? I forgot. Okay, let's just move on. Let's see. Oh, A Dark and Drowning Tide. Okay. I want to read this because it's academic rivals and that's one of my favorite tropes. And the cover is stunning. These people look so beautiful. The Veiled Kingdom I've heard mixed things about. Born of Blood and Ash. That series is just never going to end, is it? Quicksilver. Personally, I hated it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like it, and I'm sure it'll make top 10. And I'm so happy for you guys, but I did not like it. I thought the characters were kind of annoying. So I'm not voting for that. And then The Spell Shop. Cozy. Romancy. When the Moon Hatched is what I was trying to say. I probably will read this one day, but as of right now, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to read it by the time the awards end. Just because it's so long and I've kind of procrastinating it. The Games Gods Play sounds really, really good. I really want to read that. A Promise, a Peridot, I have no idea. Phantasma. That one was okay. I gave it 3 stars. It was a little bit underwhelming, but not terrible. I feel like it was just kind of average. House of Flame and Shadow. We definitely knew that was going to get nominated, and it'll probably win. Honey Witch. Fate of the Sun King. I was going to start this series, but then they didn't have it available at the library last time, so I didn't end up getting it, but I was planning on starting that. A Touch of Chaos. Crown of the Golden Lovely. Zodiac Academy. Feybound. Apprentice to the Villain. Blood of Hercules. Reading this right now and actually really, really liking it. A Fate Inked in Blood and Gold. Okay. Ooh, so I've read A Fate Inked in Blood, Phantasma, and where was the other one? Oh, Quicksilver. Okay. Quicksilver was 2-star. Didn't really like it. Phantasma was a 3. Fate Inked in Blood was also a 2-star. It was the FMC kind of annoyed me. I don't like when characters are super martyr-like. Like, some of the things that she did for other people that literally tried to get her killed and betrayed her, it just made me mad. It made me mad how self-sacrificing she was. Some people will probably like that. They're, oh, she's so selfless. It annoyed the crap out of me, though, and it sounds like such a small thing, but I really started to despise this book the more she started sacrificing herself for other people. Now I'm just kind of going off on a tangent. I'm talking about this too much. I do not need to give Fate Ink and Blood a review. It's not going to be my vote. I feel like Blood of Hercules will be my vote, but I can't vote for it yet just because I didn't finish, and what if the ending is super stupid and ruins the whole book for me? As of right now, my vote would be Phantasma, but I'm not voting for that because I know there's better books on this list, I just haven't read them. I'm going to work on reading more of these books. I'll probably read this. Maybe the game's God's Play. It sounds really good. What else? Feybound is also on my TBR. Yeah, I don't know. But I'll try to read more of these just so I have something to vote for, because the 3 I read, I don't think they're the best. Blood of Hercules is actually really good from what I've read so far. It'll probably be my vote. Now to fantasy. Where's fantasy? Oh, there it is. Oh, I literally did an alphabet poll. I forgot I did that. Okay. So the familiar will probably get in here. Emily Wilde, Book of Doors, and One Among Crows is a long shot. I'm not sure about this one. Let's see. Oh, and what else? What else is there? I don't know. I love how I said that and then totally blanked. Okay. Voyage of the Damned. This one sounds so fun. I love books at sea. I want to read that. Okay, One Among Crows did make it. Good job. This one was good. I actually really liked it. I thought it was super creative. I just wish it was longer so that I could really get into the world, because the world was so creative and I feel like well thought out. I wish we could have spent a longer time in there because I thought it was great. The Warm Hands of Ghosts. I don't know what this is about. I've seen a little bit about it. Maybe I'll look into it though and see if I want to read it. That Bright Sword, seen that a lot. An Academy for Liars. I remember taking that off my TBR. It was on my TBR and then I took it off for whatever reason. Totally forgot why. The Familiar. Somewhere Beyond the Sea. So, wasn't this YA? Maybe it's not. Okay. I love the cover though, and I love Anne Lane's writing, so I kind of want to read this. And then I've never heard of this one. I've seen this. Okay, yeah. Everything else I've seen. This is the only one that I've never seen this in my life. The love story I want to read. It just seems cute, and I like the cover. The Night Ends with Fire. I saw that at Walmart, and the cover is sick. I love it. Empire of the Damned. The Book of Doors. I really like the Book of Doors. Oops, got an email. In the beginning, it was really good, and then the middle kind of slowed down, but then the end picked up. Oh my gosh, the last 30% of the book was so wild, and the plot twist, incredible. This book, I gave 5 stars. I loved it. I thought it was so good, especially for being a debut. I was so surprised when I found out this was his first book because it was so well thought out and crazy, and the plot was. This book had my jaw on the floor, and it was. I literally was like, this author's a genius. How did he come up with this? And then when I found out it was a debut book, I had my jaw on the floor again. The Tainted Cup, heard about this. Five Broken Blades I also thought was YA for some reason, but maybe it's not. Okay. Map of the Otherlands. I love this book. This was also a 5-star. I love Emily and Wendell and their dynamic so much, and I also love the plot. I'm not even a cozy fantasy girly because I think most of them are boring, quite frankly. But this book actually has good plot, and the world building is so much fun and so immersive, and it's so quirky. And okay, quirky is not a good word to use because I feel like people kind of take that the wrong way. Like, even I don't like the word quirky. When I hear a book is quirky, I don't want to read it, so I don't know why I just use that word. But like, in this way, with this book, it's like the best type of quirky, like a cutesy. I just need to find a different word to use. Like, this book, it had me smiling the whole time. It made me so unbelievably happy reading this. It was just like a joy, and I'm voting for it. You know what? This book brought me so much joy. It deserves my vote. It does. I love Emily and Wendell. I will never stop thinking about you guys. I love you guys. Okay. I kind of feel bad about the Book of Doors. That was my second choice. The Familiar, most definitely my least favorite Lily Bardugo book. Why did I say her name like that? All butchered. My least favorite Lee Bardugo book. All her other books are like 5-star, 4 stars. This one, mid. I'm sorry, Lee. In her defense, it seemed like a lot of research went in, and that's cool. It was just kind of boring. Sci-fi. The only one I've read is Antibot. Where's my... Okay. Yeah. Antibots. The Ministry of Time, I feel like will probably win. I don't keep up with sci-fi, so I'm not sure. Okay. Absolution. Don't know what that is. Don't know what any of these are, in fact. Don't know what any of these are, except Antibot, obviously. And the Ministry of Time. Okay. And then everything else. Oh, I've seen this one. And, oops. And I've seen this. Oh, actually, I have heard of this. And I think it's actually on my TBR. I just didn't realize it came out this year and that it was a potential nominee. Okay, I kind of want to read this now, because why not? Okay. The other stuff, yeah, I have nothing to add here, really. I'm voting for Antibot. It was good. I actually really liked it. I love the cover. I love the pink. I am going to read The Ministry of Time with my friend in the next week or so, so maybe my vote will change, but as for right now, it's Antibot. And then I'm also going to read this because it sounds kind of interesting. Horror, I clicked it without going to see what... Okay, An Education in Malice. And The Eyes Are the Best Part. Stephen King will probably be in here as well. What's that one book? The Dreadful Thing? Darling Dreadful Thing? I feel like I've seen that around quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a horror girly, as you can tell. Oh, My Darling Dreadful Thing. Yeah, that's the one I was saying. You Like It Darker by Stephen King. The Bog Wife. I feel like I've heard of this, but this cover does not look familiar. Only 1,000 ratings. Just saying. The Book of Watching. Yeah, horror is not a big genre. The only one with a lot of ratings is Stephen King, and even that one isn't like a crazy amount. It's 45,000. This one I've seen, actually. Incidents Around the House, heard of. This one I've seen a lot. Could it win? Is he gonna be Stephen King? I kind of don't want Stephen King to win. Just because I feel like that would be too easy. And just like anticlimactic. Because it's like what everyone expects. Oh, I've seen this as well. Okay, I'm actually surprised. I didn't think I'd know most of these books, but I've seen a lot of these. I've seen these too. I know this one. I've seen this. Read this one. Oh, I've seen this. Chuck Tingle, of course. Sleep Tight I've also seen. Okay. Honestly, I didn't really like The Eyes Are the Best Part, so I won't be voting for that. It read more like literary fiction for the first 65% of the book than it did horror. It wasn't really scary, and I feel like I should vote for a book that's scary. Okay, that's the only one I've read though, because An Education in Malice didn't make it, so I have nothing to vote for here. If you want, you can comment which book of these is the scariest, and I'll read that. I'm not voting for a horror book unless it actually scares me, and this one did not, unfortunately. Okay, debut novel, The Book of Doors, and Antibot. What else? The Ministry of Time. I feel like it will probably win. Oh, The Eyes Are the Best Part. Okay, I didn't know that was a debut. I haven't heard of this. How much reads does this have? Only 2,000. Okay, how much reads does this have? 12,000. Martyr, The Voyage of the Damned. Okay, I've read this. I've read these two, but I will not be voting for them. I'm sorry. Okay. Haven't heard of these. I haven't heard of a lot of these. I've heard of this, and I've seen this. Heard of this. Okay. Oh! I've heard of this. I have this. I'm gonna read this. Okay. The Book of Doors is gonna be my vote. Like I said, I thought it was a masterpiece. It's just Emily Wilde is... It just made me happy. Okay. It's that simple. I'm gonna vote for the book that makes me the happiest. Okay. We're voting for the Book of Doors here, though, because that book, it deserves a vote from me. Like, I love that book so much. I thought it was so good. So we can vote for it here. And then let's see, audiobook. This is a new category. Have we ever had this? I don't think so. I don't really have predictions for this because I feel like it could be literally any book. What is this? Oh, I thought it was like a different book because, like, obviously I've heard of 1984 by George Orwell. I thought it was a different one just because. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't think that'd be able to get nominated because it was published a million years ago, but I guess the audiobook, they had a new audiobook this year that did get nominated. Interesting. First Light Wins. That's a contender, obviously. I loved it. Like I said, the women, also pretty good. What is this? No idea what that is. Listen for the Lie. I want to listen to. I really want to read that book. Okay, Just for the Summer is also really good. Funny story. James. Okay. Okay, so this is one that I've read. Okay, I've read 4. Am I able to refer? It's hard to make these compete against each other because they're different genres. Like, how am I going to compare a romance to a thriller and to a historical fiction? Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with First Light Wins just because the women, I loved the first half so much. Like, when she was actually in the war, I thought it was incredible, and then afterwards, I feel like the second half did start to get a little soap opera-y, which isn't my favorite. And Just for the Summer was kind of the opposite. In the beginning, I wasn't, like, instantly in it, and then I slowly got into it, whereas First Light Wins had me start to finish. Yeah, okay, you win. I kind of love this category, though. I actually really like that they're giving audiobook narrators some credit. You go, Saskia. You go. Okay, young adult fantasy. Young adult fantasy and sci-fi. Ruthless Spouse, Reckless, A Tempest of Tea, and Immortal Dark are the ones that I have read. Okay, these two, I'm not sure. Reckless and Ruthless Spouse 100% will be on there. Okay, so Let Them Burn, The Prisoner's Throne, The Invocations, Heartless Hunter. Yeah, these two I could guess. Of Jade and Dragons, or Blood in My Bones. I've heard of this, but I didn't think it got nominated. I don't hear that much about it. That's interesting. The Poisons We Drink, Reckless. Yup. Defiant. And then Immortal Dark. Okay, I am actually really pleasantly surprised. I love this book, but I was scared it wouldn't get nominated because I didn't think it had that big of a following. But I'm really happy about this. Okay, Don't Let the First In. Ruthless Vows. Yeah. Wisteria. I'm on the second book in the series right now, but I am planning on getting to the third. Eventually. All This Twisted Glory. This is one of my favorite covers ever. I love it so much, especially with a fantasy, because I feel like most fantasy covers are kind of dark and grrr, you know? And this is just so cutesy. I'm obsessed with this. I love this cover so much. Dragon Fruit, Where Time Stands... Or, no. Where the Dark Stands Still. Air. The Darkness Within Us. Where the Library Hides. For She Is Wrath. I don't know what this is. Only 1,000 ratings. Okay. The other stuff I've heard of, though, I think. Yeah. All the other things I've at least seen, except this one. Okay. What are we gonna vote for? Okay, I think I kind of already know. Wait, let me just make sure. Final run through. Yeah. So I've only read 3. I've read Reckless, Ruthless Vows, and Immortal Dark. A Tempest of Tea didn't get nominated, unfortunately. That book was actually really good, in my opinion. It has a low rating. I loved it. But it's not here. Okay. Ruthless Vows was... I liked it. I think all the 3 books I read were actually all good. But Ruthless Vows was... It is 3rd place. I'm sorry. It was a little bit slow, but I still love it. I think the rating's beautiful, and I definitely still recommend the duology. Okay. See, this is tough because Reckless and Immortal are both 6-star rates for me. Reckless, this one's kind of controversial. I know a lot of people didn't like it because it wasn't all a bunch of plots, but honestly, I didn't mind because I was never really into this series for the plot. It was always about the romance for me. Like, even in the first book, the plot was not that creative or intense or anything. I feel like it was always more so about the romance. Sorry, I am losing my voice. I think I'm getting sick. However, the Romance 8 though. The Romance 8, it was so good. I loved every second of this. The writing's beautiful. Lauren Roberts has some of the most beautiful writing I've ever read in my whole life. But I think, as much as I just raved about the book, and I will rave about it until the end of time, it's beautiful. I think I'm gonna prefer Immortal Dark because it had an amazing plot twist, as well as a really good romance, and just kept me hooked from start to finish. And the writing was good. I loved this book. I did, and the characters incredible. Yeah, okay. You have my vote. I cannot wait for the second book, especially with how the first book ended. If you read this book, you know. Ooh, that cliffhanger. Oh my goodness. Also, the tension in this book, there's a lot of tension in Reckless too, but this book, oh my gosh, the tension between Sosenios and Kidan, I could die. It was, oh my goodness, cut it with a knife. I loved it. And the forced proximity, oh, so good. Young adult fiction. If only I had told her, betting on you, I was mind you, and where sleeping girls lie are my predictions. Also, what's the other Lone Painter book? The movies one. That's definitely gonna get nominated. And let's see what else. I'm about to cough again. Don't be startled. Okay, this video is gonna end soon, so I can stop using my talking voice. Okay, this, I don't know anything about this. This I've seen. Where Sleeping Girls Lie was good, but it wasn't my favorite. I think we could do better. Thirsty, I won that in a giveaway. A Crane Among Wolves, I really want to read it. Sounds super good. This I have not read. Oop, I almost clicked that. Okay. This I have not read. Okay, I haven't read a lot of these. I was hoping I'd read more of the nominees, but no. This I'm not voting for. I don't like that series at all. I'm sorry. I read both the books and they were both 1 stars. I really pushed myself. I don't even want to get into it because I could write the longest hate review, and that's just not productive. So we're just not gonna do that. We're just not gonna talk about it. Nothing like the movies. I'm gonna read this. This will probably be the next book I pick up. No, it's not. The next book I pick up after the next book I pick up. Because I really want to read this. Okay. This I have no idea what this is. An epic survival thriller about 14s who get lost in the Paris catacombs for days. That sounds really fun, actually. But I've never heard of it. Heartstopper, okay. We don't have the graphic novel section, but they're including graphic novel at least. I still feel like they should have its own category, but okay. Most ardently, I really want to read this. It sounds so cute. Dungeons and Drama, betting on you. This one was so cute. Yeah, I gave 5 stars. It was just a joy. Kind of like Emily Wilde. It was just fun. Made me giddy. Made me super happy for no reason. Had me smiling the whole time. Just made my life lighter. I loved it. And it would be my vote if this book didn't exist. If this masterpiece did not exist, this is one of my favorite books of all time. In fact, not only is it the best of the 20 nominees in the YA category, it is the best book in the whole competition. Out of all the 300 categories, this is my number one. This is my number one, baby, right here. The best 2024 release, and I stand by that. This is a masterpiece. I have never connected with a character the way I connected to Miss Sadie. Miss Sadie here. If you are a people pleaser, please read this book. Even if you don't like YA, I feel like you could see yourself in her so much. Like, I'm a people pleaser, and the way this character is literally me, the way she's literally me, and the romance was so good. The banter, the tension. There was a scene. Okay, I won't say too much, but there was a scene with the race. Oh my goodness, that scene lives right in my head. I think about it like every day. I love this book with my heart and soul, and I'm voting for it. I love it so much, and the quotes, the writing, everything about this book is the best thing ever. You're my vote. Not even a doubt in my mind. Okay, but I love you too, okay? You have my heart too, and you would have been my vote if this masterpiece didn't exist. Hey, you are good too. Don't think I forgot about you. No, we're not even gonna talk about you. Okay, nonfiction. I'm gonna go through these quickly. I don't keep up with nonfiction. I'm a fiction girly to my core. I'll just let you guys see. Okay, Disney. Woo. Yeah, I have nothing to say because I don't know anything about any of these. I'm sorry for my loss. Oh, okay. I actually have seen this one, and I feel like this one will probably win. I don't know. Just maybe it's just because this is the only one I've heard of. That's gonna be my guess. Memoirs. Let's see what's here. Yeah, I don't know. I actually did this to my TBR. I don't know what it is about this book, but I read the blurb and it actually intrigued me. And I'm never one who gravitates toward nonfiction, but for whatever reason, I'm gravitating towards this book. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but I want to read it. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg! And oh, I feel like could this win? Or how many ratings does it have? Okay, I feel like Sociopath may win. How many? I'm trying to see what has the most ratings because I just don't know. Okay, I feel like this one might win. I feel like I see this one a lot, and I've heard amazing things about it, so it might win. Last category: history and biography. Yeah. Okay, just gonna nod my head as if I know what any of these are. Okay, I actually have seen this one, and it's the only one I've seen. Yeah, I have nothing to add here. Okay. Yeah, I think this video's over. Actually, I have nothing to say anymore. I'm gonna read more romantasy, more fiction, and more horror just so I can vote for something. And that's it. I'm gonna do another video, though, during the... what is the final round? Is that what it's called? Yeah, so in 13 days. Be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna do the final round, and then I'll tell you about what I read, and if I change my votes and anything, because I'm gonna read more from these categories, and maybe my votes will change. Let me know what you voted for. I'll see you in the next video.